Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans. We got another extension here as Jared Brinkman will be extending with the Edmonton Elks on a 2-year deal. Puts him through the 2026 and the 2027 season. Had a very good year for his 3 years in Toronto. His first year didn't kind of get a lot of time. Second and third year, though, 2023 as well as 2024, was absolutely fantastic there. Actually got to interview on the show here. So if you guys haven't, make sure you guys check out our interview with Jared Brinkman. Had a great time. With that, also, we have just a short up on, I think, his time playing like college wrestling, I think. But if you look at kind of his stats here, he had kind of grown year over year, even if his time in Edmonton. He had 2 sacks in 16 games, as well as 23 defensive tackles. He's a strong D lineman. He was born in Iowa City, went to school in Northern Iowa, 26 years old, 6'1", 290 pounds. He's built big and he's effective, you know. But if you even just kind of take a look at his time in Northern Iowa, he had played 5 seasons there, and kind of had grown kind of year over year, with especially in 2019 did very well, 84 defensive tackles in 15 games. 2021 played just 12 games instead of his 15, still did very well, 73 defensive tackles. Had done really, really good. He got 7 sacks that season, as well as his 2019 year. 2020 he did well, but it was a reduced season, so just not as much time to shine. But done well, and has done well in the CFL. And so, honestly, this was a guy that I think him and Serezna, they had both come over from Toronto, did well with Edmonton. Jared Brinkman gets re-signed. It looks like Jake Serezna will be hitting the free agent market. I know my Winnipeg Blue Bombers are potentially interested in him. I've heard that he is a potential over in Winnipeg. We'll have to see. But what do you think about Jared Brinkman sticking around for another 2 years in Edmonton?
Ed Harvey definitely likes to throw money around as if it's not his money. I'll just put it that way.
So do we know how much he's making? Because I know that his financial information from last year I thought was public. I could be wrong, but
so it was last year. Give me 1 second here. Salary 2025.
Because I don't see it here on their 3 Down article, but because I know last year it said he was making $160,000. I'm just looking at this John Hodge article from February of last year.
Is that the highest paid defensive ends one?
Let's see.
For 2025?
Smith making a lot of money. Trying to see here. Said that because it has Jake Serezna here at $235,000. Does it have Jared Brinkman here? I thought it did.
I'm sure Brinkman has to be there somewhere.
Because it says... Because I see a thing saying nose tackle.
Or you know what? It may have been 2024 because he signed a 2-year deal.
Here we go. This is from last year, February of 2025. Nose tackle Jared Brinkman will make $160,000 in hard money in 2025. $45,000 signing bonus to move from Toronto to Edmonton. The contract also includes $10,000 in marketing money, plus $7,000 in possible incentives, bringing the maximum value of the deal to $167,000. I would not be surprised if he's making $200,000 now, or maybe even a little bit under. I could see him making $180,000, $190,000.
I mean, so you figure
because he's getting
Tyrell
Ford. He's not going to be less than 167.
Tyrell Ford is 230. Royce Meche was 145, so I could see like 150, 155. Robbie Smith is 271. Austin Mack is 205. And then Cody Fajardo is 395. Last time I seen it.
Yeah, because if we even look here, I'm just going to compare to his numbers with Robbie Smith. Now, keep in mind, Robbie Smith's a national. Sorry, he had went born in Brampton, Ontario, went to school at Wilfrid Laurier. Robbie Smith last year in 10 games got 16 defensive tackles, and the year before in Toronto had 32 defensive tackles in 17 games. If we look at Jared Brinkman, this past year he got 23 defensive tackles with 2 sacks in 2025. Robbie Smith didn't get any sacks. I'm not saying that he's necessarily any better or worse than Robbie Smith, but what I'm saying is that numbers-wise, he's not that far off, at least from where Robbie Smith is currently, not looking at his past years. If you look at where he is currently, Brinkman is around similar. Obviously, he's not going to make anything close to similar in regards to, of course, Robbie Smith being a national talent, and in the CFL, that earns you more money. But I could see Brinkman making anywhere in the realm of between 180 to 200,000. That would be my guess. But
especially because he's the national, I could see him making more. To be honest,
Brinkman's not.
Oh,
Brinkman's
Brinkman. Okay,
not.
never mind. I thought you were still talking about Robbie Smith.
No, Robbie Smith
Never
was.
mind.
Robbie Smith was making 270. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if Robbie Smith and Jared Brinkman are putting similar numbers, and Robbie Smith is making $270,000, I'm not saying that Brinkman's making 250. I'm not even saying he's making 220, but I could see between 180,000 to 200,000, especially considering his max value last year was 167. So to me, that's kind of a natural progression upwards, a natural raise that he would be getting. But all in all, he's a good defensive lineman. He'll be worth it, and he's going to be sticking around for 2 more years in Edmonton. Is there anything else you got there, though, Rick?
No, sir.
That's pretty much all I got. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord where we discuss all things CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff. So make sure you guys go there and keep the conversation going. And before we get going, Rick, you got something to discuss regarding the CFL free agency live stream you're doing over on Hamilton Sports Central.
Yes, sir. So we'll be discussing rumors, free agent signings, players down in the NFL, players that retired, the draft combine, roster predictions, and roster signing or roster discussions. And we even have a free agent tracker, so we'll be tracking throughout the day as players are signed to who's left and who's not. But that... Oh, and we have some guests stopping by, too.
So make sure you guys check that out. We'll see you guys next time.